Have you ever wondered where all the cash actually is? Not your cash. All of it. Every bill honors. Think about it. You barely use paper money anymore. Your salary is a number. Your rent is a number. Your coffee is a tap of a card. Days goes by, maybe weeks, without you touching a single real bill. So where is it? Here's the first shock. It's not in banks. It's not in wallets. And most of it, this is the part almost nobody knows. Most of it isn't even in America. To find out where the money actually lives, we're going to follow one single bill on its journey. A fresh $100 bill. From the moment it's born to the strange place it goes to disappear. It starts in a building most people never see. Washington, D.C., the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. A factory, but instead of cars or phones, this factory makes money. Giant printing presses run day and night, pressing sheets of $100 bills, 32 bills per sheet, staking them, cutting them, wrapping them into bricks. And here's your first number to sit with. It costs about 19 cents to make a $100 bill. 19 cents for a piece of paper, actually not even paper. It's a cotton linen blend, closer to fabric than to the pages of a book. That the whole world agrees is worth $100. Remember that gap, 19 cents to make $100 of value. That gap is going to come back at the end of this story in a way you don't expect. Our bill, let's give it a serial number ending in 7, gets stacked into a brick of 100 bills, string wrapped, loaded onto a pallet with millions of dollars of its brothers and sisters, and rolled into an armored truck. Where does the truck go? Not to a bank, not yet. It goes to a fortress. The Federal Reserve operates cash vaults across the country, and some of them are basically real-life treasure vaults. Outside one country, there's a facility where robotic cranes move pallets of cash inside a vault the size of a football field. Billions of dollars stacked like warehouse inventory, moved by machines, counted by machines, guarded like a military base. This is the money's home base. From here, bricks of cash flow out to banks when people withdraw, and flow back in when shops deposit. The vault breezes out during holidays when people need cash, back in after, out during disasters, and here's a detail I loved. Before every major hurricane, the Fed quietly ships extra cash into the region, because when the powers go out, cards die, apps die, and paper suddenly becomes the only money that still works. So our bill, serial number ending in 7, ships out to a bank. A teller counts it into a customer withdrawal. And now, its real journey begins. Because from this moment, nobody is tracking it. It's free. Maybe it gets spent at the restaurant, sits in the till, gets deposited, go back out. Cash moves like that, hand to hand, till to till. And each bill lives this life for about 8 to 50 years before it wears off, come home to the Fed, get checked one last time, and get shredded. But here's the thing. That's normal life? Spend, deposit it, recycle? For $100 bill, that's actually the unusual life. Because now we get into strange part of the story, the part where the map gets weird. If you counted every $100 bill ever printed and looked for them, you would not find them in America cash registers. You wouldn't find most of them in American anything. Nearly half of all American $100 bills are outside the United States. Half. Somewhere between 40 and over 60%. Economists argue about the exact number, which itself tells you something. Nobody exactly know where all the money is. There's in Argentina, where families who watch their own currency collapse keep their saving in dollars bill inside vaults, mattresses, and safe deposit boxes. There's in Cambodia, where the ATMs simply display American dollars. There's in Russia, in Vietnam, in Lebanon, in any country where people trust a piece of green paper from a government 5,000 miles away more than they trust the money printed by their own. Think about how strange that is. A farmer outside Buenos Aires who has never seen America, never will see America, works his whole life and stores the result of that work in Benjamin Franklin's. Benjamin Franklin's. Here's the thing. This $100 bill aren't being spent. Think about it. When's the last time you tried to buy groceries with 100? The cashier holds it up to the light, checks if it's fake, maybe can't even make change. $100 bill is annoying to spend, but it's perfect for one thing, saving. That's what people around the world use it for, not shopping, but storing. It's the money they hide and don't touch. And so, in quiet room on every continent, stack of hundreds just sit there for years, sometimes decades, doing nothing at all, just waiting, just being trusted. And here's something even stranger. Economists try to actually find all the cash. They added up how much should be sitting in the shops, banks, and wallets, then compare it to how much has been printed. The number didn't match. A huge amount of money was just missing. Nobody could say where it went. Some of it is saved overseas, like we just talked about. Some of it is criminal money because cash left no trail. Some of it is literally buried in the ground. Every year, people dug up old coffee cans stuffed with hundreds in their backyards. Some of it burned in house fires and was never reported. And some of it might be sitting in a jacket pocket at a thrift store right now. Think about what that means. The government printed this money, the records say it exists, and no one on us actually knows where it is. So let's come back to our bill, serial number ending in 7. Maybe it got withdrawal in Miami, changed hands at a currency exchange, flew in a suitcase to Buenos Aires, and now sits behind a loose brick in a kitchen vault, keeping a family's life savings safe from their own economy. And now the twist, the 19 cents. Follow the logic of what actually happened in the story. Americans spent 90 cents printing that bill. A family on another continent handed over $100 worth of real things, crops, labor, goods to get it. And then they put it in the vault, where it will sit for 20 years. That bill will probably never come home, never be spent in America, never redeemed for anything, which means America effectively received $100 of value for 19 cents of cotton. Multiply that by the hundreds of billions of dollars parked overseas, and you arrived at one of the strangest true facts in economics. Physical cash is one of America's most profitable exports. Not planes, not software, paper. The world spends America real goods and service, and in return, America sends the world little green portraits of Benjamin Franklin, which the world then hides in vaults and never asks about again. Economists have a name for this quiet profit, signiorate, but you don't need that word. You just need the picture, a printing press that turned 19 cents into $100 running for decades. with the whole world lining up to buy. So where is all the cash? Some of it is in those giant guarded vaults. Some of it is riding in the more trucks. Some of it is in a cash register, a tip jar, a birthday card from your grandma. But most of it is far away, sitting quietly in the dark on the other side of the world, keeping strangers' life saving safe, because they trust it more than their own money. That's the strange truth. You barely use cash anymore, but there's more of it out there than ever, hidden, buried, forgotten, and waiting. So maybe check your old jacket pocket tonight. You never know. I'm Jako. Stay sharp, stay curious. See you in the next one.